So as we sit here to begin with, I thought we'd do a nice balancing pranayama, breath work, the Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing. Have you done that before? Have you done that maybe a few weeks ago? So it's really good at balancing out the left and right side of the body, the left and right side of the brain, and just, you know, decompressing. If you've got any congestion or anything, it's really good at clearing that. And yeah, just generally so strengthening the lungs and lowering the heart rate and just all sorts of amazing things. So just taking a moment just to roll the shoulders and sit nice and tall. And just notice our breath just normally as it comes in and out of our bodies. So maybe closing the eyes. Just taking a nice deep breath in and using the exhale just to soften the shoulders, let them relax down. Feel a bit of heaviness and steadiness through our base. Just noticing the points of contact with the ground. And feeling that support and stability of the ground underneath us, the Sthira. And the effort, a little bit of effort going through our spine just to lengthen. And trying to use the Sukha, the softness in our shoulders and our face, maybe our hands. And just notice the breath, take a couple of normal breaths. Noticing the quality of the breath today, if it's how it's feeling. And then you can use whichever hand you like. I use my right hand and the right thumb to the right nostril. So whichever hand feels comfortable for you, you can use either. So just bringing either thumb to the nostril and just closing it off, sealing it. You don't need to squish it or anything because that feels a bit weird. Just lightly close it off and see how it feels breathing through the open nostril. And just take a couple of breaths here. Again, you can always grab some tissues if you need a tissue. Sometimes if you feel a bit congested, you can always blow your nose. It might clear as you just inhale and exhale through the nose. Little noises, that's fine. Then relax the hand and just take a breath in through both nostrils and out. And then to close the opposite nostril off now, we can use any fingers you like. So some people use their little fingers. If you're doing it for a long period of time, some people use their middle fingers to kind of hook on and just anchor on to be nice and relaxed. But if that feels a bit cat-handed for you, then just use your index finger. Just anything that stops you having to concentrate too much, doesn't feel too strange. So just going between whichever fingers and the thumb. So closing off the opposite nostril now with whichever fingers you like, and just taking an inhale through the open nostril, and exhale, and again. Lovely, and relax the hand and just one more big breath through both nostrils, just to clear, just a little check in with our posture. That we're nice and comfortable, and if you need to make any adjustments and sit on a block or anything, or just so we can sit for a few moments longer as we go through a couple of rounds of Nadi Shodhana. So you can extend your legs if that's more comfortable for you. So take a moment to sit comfortably and then bring the hand, the thumb up to yours, my right thumb up to my right nostril, or you can use your left hand. And we're going to start, we're going to inhale through the open nostril, and then seal that nostril and open the other one, and exhale. Inhale through the same nostril. Close the nostril, open the other, and exhale. Inhale through the same nostril. Seal, switch, and exhale. So remembering the seal and switch, inhale is at the top of the inhale, seal and switch, exhale. And maybe closing your eyes once you've got the hang of it, and just doing a few rounds at your own pace. Do one more round. And whenever you're finished or whenever you've had enough, you can relax the hand wherever you like and just breathe normally. Just notice any feelings, maybe you feel a bit clearer in the nose. And you can open the eyes and, I don't know, sometimes it's good for just, you know, feeling a bit clearer in our minds as well, so it's quite a nice thing to do in the middle of the day. So lovely, just roll the shoulders, feel a bit clearer there, everything all right. Roll the shoulders a little bit. And I'm going to slide the hands, the palms to our hips and just squeeze the shoulders back and get a little bit of seated cat-cow as we slide the hands towards our knees and around the back. Allow the head to follow. Inhale, hands can come back, squeeze the elbows, maybe lift the head and exhale around the back. Inhale and exhale. And next time you're back upright, you can have the hands still on the knees. We'll just start a few little circles, just rotating through, doing some circles, some hip circles, shoulder circles, just beginning to make them a little bit deeper and feeling the weight through our sit bones and through our feet and our legs just move as we go around. Maybe adding a bit of shoulder and elbow movement in if that feels good. And then change direction, so just let the body do what it wants here. You can have the eyes closed still, it's quite nice and soothing. And getting a little twist, a little stretch through the torso. And then come back to centre. Going to reach the arms up. And I'm going to just take a little side bend to one side, it doesn't matter which side. I'm just going to wave the arms over to the other side, so just take a little bit of a nice floaty side bend here and just maybe going a little bit deeper, maybe not. Feeling how nice and relaxed and fluid our arms are, but keeping nice sort of strength and support down below, so keeping that nice and grounded. So nice moving with the breath. And the next time you're over one side, you can just pause there and take an extra little reach, trying to keep the opposite sit bone down and just reaching out here, maybe taking the hand back to open up across the chest and maybe bring the hand forward. So just drawing a little arc, a little line through the sky. Feeling a stretch through that side of the body, and then bring it back down and over the other side, reaching up. Maybe take the fingers forwards, but whatever you like, just feeling into side of the body, the shoulder. Lovely. And come back to centre. We're going to extend the legs now, just give them a little bit of a jiggle and let them have a stretch out, maybe in Sukhasana. And then bring the feet a little bit wider. We're just going to take a little windscreen wiper here and just come off my blanket there. So just, you can use your hands for support if you like behind. Just again, let them flow a little bit. Not holding too much effort here, just gently warming up. Lovely. And then going to extend the legs back out in front of us. And again, you can always roll something up underneath your bottom if you feel that's better, or sit on a block. And just push the heels away from you, roll the shoulders back and find our Dandasana, our staff pose. And just lots of activity in this one, really strengthening and energizing through the legs. So just pushing the heels away so I can really feel them switching on my calf muscles and quads and hamstrings, and just trying to keep the rest of the body fairly relaxed here. We're obviously engaging the core to stay nice and upright, but trying to relax the shoulders, get that little lift through the body as well. So quite an active position even if there's not a lot of movement. One more breath. And then we're going to bend the knees and just slide our hands down and find a little fold here. So just have a little stretch, maybe a little rock from side to side. Just going from posture to posture and different movements, some of them requiring more effort than others. Keeping a nice balanced practice. Giving ourselves those little breaks in between. So So coming back upright, we're going to come onto our tabletop position now. So take your time transitioning into all fours, and again, bring the blanket underneath your knees if you need. And just warming up the wrists. So just a little rock from side to side, or you can start some circles. Spreading out the fingers. Just beginning to bring the weight gently over the wrists. But really spreading out the hands and activating the muscles in the palm of the hand and gripping with the fingers to try and distribute the weight, protect our wrists. Maybe change direction if you're creating some circles. Maybe sitting all the way back for a little bit of a extended child's pose if that feels good. Let the body choose what feels good here. And send the fingertips out towards the side of the mat, just get a little gentle rotation, maybe a little rock from side to side. And then flip the palms upwards, so maybe you just bring one hand at first and see if that feels. Maybe give the fingers a little wiggle, or you can do both at the same time, it's up to you. Just having a stretch through the back of the hand and forearm. Always lessen it by bending the elbow. The intensity. Lovely. And then just sit back on the knees and just give the wrists a little roll out here in a direction, the fingers. Flamenco, bring the arms up, a nice stretch. And bring them down again, bring up the shoulders. Lovely. And then coming back into our tabletop position, just going to warm up the hips a little bit here. So we're going to make sure our shoulders are over our wrists, yeah that's right, and our hips over our knees. And we're going to draw our right knee towards our right elbow, and then see if we can take it all the way back off the left hand to the bottom edge of the mat. So a nice little stretch here. You can always look over your shoulder at it. And we're going to keep repeating that. So we're going to draw the knee in, get a little squeeze, and then exhale, extend it behind you, wherever it wants to come to. Inhale, draw it in, and exhale. A really lovely, nice movement for the hips. You can sort of create as much range as you want in this one. It doesn't have to be a massive movement, but if you want to make it more dynamic, you can. Do one more. The next time it's behind you, we're just going to draw that left knee in behind the right, that right knee behind the left. Right around, so we're just hooking it behind, and we're just going to sink back and come into a little child's pose here. So you can keep the arms forward for the moment, and just a little gentle, not come into full child's pose, but just a little sink, a little fold over that knee. Or you can stay on your forearms and you can stay fairly forwards here. You can rock backwards and forwards and just see how that feels through the knees. Lovely, just coming back up right now and unhooking the knees and bringing it back to tabletop, and then we'll go on the other side. So we're going to draw the left knee towards the left elbow and then take it behind. And then draw it back in on the exhale, and inhale to extend it. Little movement for the hips. When we're putting lots of effort sort of through the body to hold ourselves up, trying to keep the face relaxed. And the shoulders gently relaxed. And then bring, next time it's all the way out behind you, you're going to draw the left knee behind the right, so you can always shuffle if you've come off your mat a little bit. And then just have a little rock backwards and forwards here. You can always come down to your forearm. And just sit in a little sort of child's pose variation. Nice little stretch through the knees, through the feet. And then rocking back forwards, going to unhook the knees, and we'll come into a downward dog just to stretch the legs out. So tuck the toes, spread the fingers. And then draw the belly in as we lift the hips up, and draw the hips backwards and upwards. Take a little pedal to the feet here. bending in one knee, and then the other to get a really nice deep stretch down that leg, down the opposite leg. And then we will be coming into a three-legged dog, so we're going to bring the weight through the left foot to lift the right foot up, and then on the exhale, draw the right knee in and just step it forwards. We're going to pivot on that back foot, and you can always use your block here, which I realise I haven't got one, so I'll go and get one. We can come up to warrior two, so warrior two. So you can come up to your knee first if you like, and just check in with your leg position. So we're going to come to the side, and our pelvis is facing the side, and the front knee is bent. So I'm just going to grab the leg drop. So just checking in that your base is really, your lower body is nice and solid. Maybe lift the toes and bring them back down again. Take a little bend in the front knee. Just check that back leg is really activated, so lots of strength going through our lower body, through the feet, really activating to be nice and strong. And then just roll the shoulders. We can bring the arms in. So now we're paying attention to our arms, but really trying to keep them floaty and relaxed. Maybe a little activation through the fingertips. So just a nice little roll the shoulders to remind us of that. And then just going to come into reverse warrior, so we can wiggle the arm backwards and reach up with our right hand, and allow the left arm to come down. And then we can come all the way back forwards through warrior two and bring the hand or the forearm to the front knee and allow the left arm to rise up wherever it wants to come to. And again, we're going to flow through these two moves. So we're going to inhale and come back up into reverse warrior, and then exhale. Come to side angle, so not thinking too much about the staying too long in each position, just flow between the two, trying to have nice relaxed arms and upper body, noticing where the effort's going and where you can relax. Let's go one more. Inhale and reach. And exhale, back to side angle. This time we're going to bring the left and right hand down to the floor and pivot on the back foot. We'll come into a low lunge. You can drop the back knee and just take a moment to find low lunge. You can either have the back knee down or you can have the back knee up. We're going to ground the left hand and reach the right arm up. Ceiling to come into a little twisted lunge, so that back knee can be up or down. It's up to you. Just give the wrist a little rotate here just to ease it off for a moment. And then I'm going to bring the hand back down and make sure that back knee is down now. So we're going to step the right foot all the way back, give it a nice stretch back. And then we're going to pivot on this left knee and take the left foot out the side, ground the left hand and reach the right hand up. So coming into a side plank, supported side plank. And just really, again, press through that grounded hand. Really activates the fingertips. Have a look down at that hand and just check it's underneath your shoulder so it's not like too far out here if you need to make a little adjustment. Check you're nicely stacked. And then we're going to wimble the arms to come into gate pose. So reach the right hand towards your toes and allow the left hand to come up and face the wrong direction now. Reaching up, let's twist round. Lovely. And then we'll come all the way back down to the side plank. And you can either just stay in this side plank, or if you wanted to bring the left foot up to join the other one to come into a full side plank, that's another option. One more breath in, whichever variation. Lovely. And then bring that right hand down. We're going to pivot back to face the mat. And on our knees, just coming into our side plank. So just shifting the weight over your hands a bit more and pressing through the hands and spreading out the shoulders and drawing the belly a little bit here. And then exhale, lower down, gently to the floor, untuck the toes, and we just come into a little cobra, so the hands can be underneath your shoulders and just press through the pelvis, squeeze the shoulders, and we inhale and lift, and exhale, all the way down. Let's just do one more of those, pressing to the tops of your feet, your lower body, lots of activation, squeezing the back body, trying to keep the shoulders and the face relaxed, and exhale down. And then we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to push our way all the way back into a downward dog, but feel free to move through a tabletop, take your time. And once you're there, just take a moment to stretch the legs out, pedal the feet, Take a couple of nice big breaths here, just to try and relax where you can, maybe in the face, just checking the neck isn't holding too much tension, maybe a little yes and no with the head. Lovely. And just bring the feet a little bit close together, going to ground to the right foot and inhale, lift the left leg into left three-legged dog, and then step that left foot forward. And again, you can use a block if you need it. You're going to pivot on the back foot to drop the back heel, and then wiggle the arms and come up to Warrior Two. So yeah, if you need to sort of support yourself on checking in with your back, especially if you've got anything going on, just come up gently. And again, just check in with your foundation, lift the toes, spread them down, really activate through the feet. Roll the shoulders, relax the shoulders, activate the fingers. Gaze down the front fingers. So lots of strength and effort to hold this position, but trying to stay relaxed where you can. Take a little bend in the front knee, reach slightly to lengthen, then inhale, lift that arm up. Reverse warrior, peaceful warrior, and then exhale. Let's windmill down to side angle. Right arm to come up wherever it wants to, and then float back. And you can either windmill the arms, or you can sort of take the arm down to come into reverse warrior. There's all sorts of different ways. And then just allow the arms to be nice and relaxed here, floating between these two poses. So adding a bit of movement, a bit of breath, and a bit of like fluidity to what's otherwise quite a strong pose. Next time you're in side angle, pause and just reach an extra second, an extra little breath with those fingers. And then we're going to turn to face the top of the mat and drop the hands down and come into a low lunge. So you can drop the back knee, or you can have it lifted here. Ground the right hand, we're going to lift the left arm up to the ceiling, so get a little twist here. Or that back knee can be up if you like, and just roll the shoulder back. Maybe just a little rotate of the, or a little wiggle of the fingers, just give that a little rest while it's up there. And do that flow, blood flow coming down in the direction, and then bring the hand back down, drop the back knee. We're going to step the left foot all the way back, and pivot on the right knee this time, face the other way again, and come into a side plank on the other side. So just check your joints are stacked. Lovely, beautiful, really. Inhale, lifting, just pause there for a moment. And then just pressing through that right hand, lifting yourself up to gate pose. So like you're going to stretch down the other side now, the right side of the body. Inhale, reach with those fingertips, but just make sure that shoulder's not too hoiked up there. And then windmill back to, lots of windmills today, back to our side plank. And again, option just to stay here, or you can lift the right foot up as well and come into a full side plank, whichever feels good for you today. And then exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat and pivot to face the mat now. The knees can be down. We'll come back into our little plank. Activate the fingers, press away, find plank. One breath here. And then as we exhale, going to hug the elbows in and lower ourselves down to the mat and untap the toes. And let's just take a couple of little cobras here. So ground through your base, press through the pelvis. And allow everything else to be fairly relaxed. Squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the back. Hands should be fairly relaxed here. And exhale. Beautiful. Okay, tap the toes. Sometimes people like to come into a cobra before they come up and push up and lift the hips. And we're just going to sink all the way back into, actually you don't need to touch the toes, come back into a child's pose this time. So you can have a nice little stretch and little rest after all the efforts of those planks and side planks and warrior poses. So you might have the arms extended, or you can draw them alongside you and just take a couple of breaths here to expand the body on the inhale, and exhale, soften. Yeah, as much as you can, as many muscles that might still be holding any tension. Use this little moment of pause. Maybe reflecting if there are any areas of your life where you feel things are out of balance, or maybe you've got good balance of things. Think about work and play, movement and rest. And often rest is a thing that gets squeezed out. Maybe our relationships, the amount we give, the amount we receive. Okay, and then slowly bring the hands under your shoulders and roll up. Give the shoulders a roll here, shake the arms out a little bit. And we will be coming up to a standing position to do a few little balancing poses on our feet this time. So come onto your hands for a moment and tuck the toes, and we'll walk our feet in and find a little Uttanasana, forward fold. So you can hold onto a block if you like here or anything else. Bend the knees. If that feels good. If it's not feeling good in your back, you can always have your elbows on your knees if you want to prop onto a little shelf there. That feels more supportive. So wherever you are, one more breath. And on the next inhale, maybe just staying where we are, but reaching the right arm out to the side. And doing a little twist. And then lower it down. And then the left arm out to the side. Inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, roll up. So relax the arms and just bend the knees. But if you need to sort of support yourself up, back. Rolling up and find mountain pose, Tadasana. Yeah, take a moment if you need to adjust or shed a layer. We will need that block in a moment, so leave that block there. So yeah, just take a moment to notice with your feet and check they're either hip width apart, or some people have them a bit closer for Tadasana, and have a little rock through the feet, maybe coming up onto our toes a little bit. Hold a little balance there, so find a little focal point. And as we come up onto our toes, some people often like roll. It's often we feel like sort of rolling, we get that wobble when our arches lift and we roll onto the little toes. But if we really try and bring the weight a bit more into our big toes, you might find a bit more stability that way, and find your focal point in front of you. So just rocking in slightly. If you can hold it, lovely. Ooh, and then down again. Lift the toes up and just give them a little stretch and plop them down. One more little thing here is to, as we go up this time, is interlace the hands and begin to push them upwards. There's like a palm tree pose, and just see if we can, it might just be here, coming up on our toes, and you can come up a little bit higher. Again, find that focal point, and it makes it a little bit harder. And a class the other day where to try closing our eyes as well, which was really almost impossible. So yeah, we won't do that today, but that's amazing. You can always, definitely wobbling, and come back down. So yeah, I'm just going to say you can always add a little bit of a sway as well, but let's just be happy with that at the moment. So we're beginning to activate through the muscles in the feet, so we're all getting ready for balances. The other thing to use is your grey block on the flat, the lowest side. And we're going to have a little practice at standing on the block and just seeing how that sort of affects our balance. Hopefully your foot should fit on the block. If not, you can always get 2 blocks if you've got big feet, or you can use a blanket, you can use like a cushion at home or anything like that, just to make it a little bit harder, so when the time we come to our balances it will feel easy. So just first of all, begin to bring your foot so it's nice, so it's not coming off here just too much and you're not really big feet. Or you can do a slight angle. And then just begin to bring the weight onto your foot, and you can always go to a wall if you want to hold on to something. And just might be coming up on your toes to begin with. So just coming up on the left toes and seeing how it feels. You might stay there, and again you can do whatever you want with your arms. They can be here or out to the side. And just play around with it, just see if you can maybe lift that knee a little bit and then bring the toes down. So just might come a little bit higher. They might not. So just take it really slowly, and maybe you can just send the foot backwards and take a little lean forwards to counter. The toes can be down as much as you like, but just take your time going in between. Oops. A lift of the knee, arms wherever you like. I'm very wobbly today. That's just my foot slightly. Yeah, so nice and slowly. Maybe lift the arms, feeling stable, and then taking the foot backwards, toes them down if you like, and coming into almost like a warrior three, which is not working for me today, so that's fine. I'll just take it back as far as feels okay. So just having a little play around until that foot and that leg should be learning a bit now, so we can come off whenever you like and just give that little shake out. Maybe just a little, take the foot behind and just give it a little stretch. And roll around the toes, maybe come on, flex, come on top of the toes. Anything you need here, a bit of a march. Then we'll have a go on the other side. So, see if this side's any better for me. So, bringing the left foot on the block this time. Find your focal points. And just begin to bring the weight. And just notice how it feels. And then come up on the right toes. Maybe get a little lift. And then maybe take it behind. So again, with all this going on, we've got lots of activity and effort through our feet, all the muscles in that grounded leg. So therefore we can try, our core will be engaged. We can try and relax any areas that we're not holding too much tension in our face or our hands or our shoulders. Calm mind. And just taking it nice and slow. And maybe you've had enough, and that leg is really getting a bit warm now. So give things a little shake out. And again, you can take that foot behind, just give it a little roll around. A little shake out. And yeah, very good, by the way, really good. Better than my balance today. We're going to just turn the block this way for now. And now, whatever balances we do should feel really easy because we're on the floor. So, the little balance sequence I'm going to have a go at doing, it's useful to have that block there, is going to start in a little chair pose, so really sort of grounding, very strong pose where we're bending the knees and like we're just about to sit down, but we can reach the arms forwards if you like, or you can have the arms back, or prayer, you choose. So bring the weight through your heels. So Utkanasana means it's like a fierce pose, so trying to be really, really strong and activated. And then we're going to stand up, maybe keeping the hands up if you can. Ground to the right foot and see if we can lift that left knee like we did before on the block. And this time we're going to send the foot behind us, we're going to step back, bringing the arms to counterbalance into a high lunge. So just you can either have that back foot in a high lunge position, or you can drop it a bit more into warrior one if that feels better. So whatever position on the foot, and we're just going to take a big, nice, open breath for the heart and the chest. And then we're going to reach forwards and bring the weight back into this right foot and begin to lift the left foot up. And see if we can either hold on to the block here and allow that left foot to lift up and finding our warrior three. So you might be holding on to the block, or you can have two blocks here. I'm going to get a couple more blocks. Or you might be able to let go of the block for like a moment, or you see how it goes. So let's try that again. Let's start from our chair pose. So we'll do the same leg, and then we'll do it on the other side. So take a moment to ground and sit nice and tall. Sit nice and tall, stand nice and tall, keeping the torso upright as we bend the knees, reach the arms forwards. Lots of activation here. And as we inhale, press through our right foot. Maybe lift the left toes up, maybe lift the left knee. And then exhale, we're going to take a big giant step backwards. Lovely. And stabilise through the feet. We take a big heart opening breath. Inhale. And then we're going to begin to reach forward so we can find our warrior three. So you can go for the blocks if you like, or you can bring it to prayer position as we begin to lift the back leg up wherever it wants to come to here. That right foot really gripping and trying to spread out and hold you. And then whenever you're ready, just beginning to come all the way back upright. So you can bring the knee up if you like, or not. Find our Tadasana to finish. So yeah, sometimes when you're sort of like dragging the toe across the floor to kind of keep you stable, that's fine. The toe can come down at any point. We're still getting the same level of activity and gripping going on this foot, helping us balance. Okay, let's go on the other side so it's feel uneven. So we'll start in chair pose again. So again, just engage the core, activate through the lower body. Inhale and exhale. Try to relax in the shoulders, the arms. Just tucking the tailbone slightly here, not too much. And then we're going to inhale, lift up, bring the weight through the left foot this time. Maybe the hands can be up if that feels okay. Find your focal point, lift the right knee. And then exhale, we're going to use the hands to guide us backwards and take a step back with the right foot. Stabilise in our high lunge. And then inhale. Big breath. Ground us here, keep relaxed. And then we're going to bring the weight forwards again. You can always take a little step forwards if you like. Find the blocks and allow the right toes to float up wherever they want to come to here. If they do become parallel to the ground, you can always push the heel away, really pushing the heel away. Activate through that whole right leg and the left leg. Maybe letting go of the block for a moment, or keep maybe just having some slightly lighter fingers on the block. And then when you're ready, coming all the way back up, maybe you can take the knee all the way through and down again with wobbles, which is perfectly fine and gives them a little shake out. Great stuff. Wobbles are good and normal, and it's our body's way of, it's our body's wisdom, it's our way of learning and growing, and it's what it's supposed to do, trying to stop us from falling over, so all fine. So shake from side to side, sway, putting lots of effort through those poses, so it's nice to just relax for a moment. And just a few hip circles, just to make sure you're nice and relaxed and back. Shake things out a little bit, give the knees a bit of a shake. Yeah, so I mean, sometimes even like coming down to a squat and things, or even if you're not holding on to someone, like that's a nice practice, like holding on to, something else in a squat or a chair pose, because you can really lean back into it and keep a nice, otherwise everything kind of starts to crumple, so you can always hold on to it, got someone to hold on to. Right, let's come down to the mat, so we're going to take a nice big reach up, and exhale, sweep the arms down, take a little fold here, bend the knees as much as we need, or you can hold on to the block. Widen the feet a little bit here, then maybe stay on the knees and come down to a little squat, just dropping the hips. Hold on to the block if you need to, and just giving the legs a little stretch. Listen if you're beginning to, bring the heels down a bit more, or dropping the hips a little bit more in this position. The more we do it. And then whenever you're ready, supporting yourself down to your bottoms and bringing the legs out. Don't remove the block now. And let's just stretch the legs out, give them a little jiggle, or massage if they need it. And then we're going to bend the knees like we did at the beginning and find a little windscreen wiper, maybe going a little bit deeper. Just seeing how it feels, giving you a nice stretch out in the hips. And then when you're all the way over to the right side, or whichever side, doesn't really matter. So just see how that feels. They might come all the way down, they might not. You can always cushion them with things or blocks. And we're just going to bring our hands to frame the front knee. So you can always shuffle here. Hands outside the front knee. And just going to take a couple of little press ups here if you like. Just a little bit of a dip, a little bit of a fold, and a lift. So fold over, feel a stretch, press through the hands. Lift up. It's quite nice to get a little ripple here, a bit like a cat-cow. Rounding the back and then lowering the chest. And just press through your base and your feet, feel nicely supported. And then we're going to walk the hands just a little bit further round past your knee And just begin to walk the hands down, maybe to our forearms. So just taking a little fold wherever feels good here. And yeah, you can use a block, or you can come further behind. You might need to, if you've come off the mat, you might want to swivel so you're back on the mat, or you use your blanket or something. So just taking this nice little fold here just to relax, almost like sort of a variation of a pigeon pose. Nice stretch through the legs. And you can either come a little bit lower and create a pillow with your hands. Just really breathe and melt and let go of any tension here. One more nice big breath. And then just come back up onto your hands. Just going to reach the left arm up. Take a nice little stretch. And then wiggle the arms to allow the right arm to come up this time. Stretch down the other side. Lovely. And then, yeah, we're going to rock the feet over to the other side. So rock them over to the left. So again, you might want to take a little swivel. So you're on the mat and you've got not falling off the mat, and you can frame the front knee with your hands and spread the hands out, sort of really activating through the shoulders so we can support ourselves as we just melt down. Inhale and exhale. Just seeing how that feels. Spreading out the hands, activating fingers. And next time you're up, you can walk the hands around a bit further, but to be honest, wherever you want to fold here, you can explore and see where it feels good, or if your legs need to swivel slightly so you're on the mat, just take a little fold in this deer pose, walking the forearms out a little bit, or creating a pillow with your hands, or using a block to prop your head on. And take 3 big full breaths here, really trying to use the exhale to soften. Feel all the movement of the breath in your body, a little twist here. And slowly walk yourself up to your hands so you can lift the right arm up. Take a little stretch. And then wiggle the arms to drop the right hand and bring the left arm up. Nice stretch all the way down the side body. And then come back to centre, bringing the knees in together now. And just going to find a little boat pose, a last little balance, last little bit of effort before we come down to the mat. So engaging the core and the sort of spine, finding that length of the spine. So bending the knees, bring the hands behind, taking a little tilt backwards, just checking in with our back is nice and long, maybe lifting the feet up. And really engaging the core to keep our balance here, stopping things from collapsing. Option to let go of the arms if that feels okay. Just going to draw the arms backwards to increase that nice length in the back. And we're going to come down to the mat, so you can either drop the feet, or if you wanted to, you can lengthen the feet and just lower yourself into like a low boat, which is another nice little one, before coming all the way down. And reach the arms behind you and just take a big full body stretch here, squeezing the glutes, pointing the toes. And relax the glutes and push the heels away. And then draw the knees in and have a little rock, side to side. And have a little massage of the back, just releasing any tension from any areas of the back, especially the lower back. Maybe drawing some circles with the knees, or you can rock all the way from side to side. And we're going to bring the feet down to the mat, arms alongside you, just coming up into a bridge to counter through the back. So pressing down with the hands, pressing with the feet and just slowly squeezing the glutes and lifting through the hips. The lower back, maybe the middle back, maybe the upper back, just so you choose how high you come here. Inhale at the top, inflate the belly. And exhale, come down slowly as you came up. Feel lovely in the back. And then again, one more little hugging of the knees. Maybe just hugging one knee and extend the other. Get a little bit deeper. Ankle. Ooh, that's so cracking. And then swaps to hug the opposite knee in, extend the leg out. And then just finding a position that is comfortable for you for relaxation at the end. So just adding any other stretches that you might need. And using the support blankets or blocks, just to get yourself in a position that's comfortable, allows your body to be settled, heavy and supported. And just feel all the points of contact with the ground, the unshakable support beneath you. This is your sthira, your support, your steadiness. And now just sense the breath moving through you. Inhale to feel the expansion, exhale to release, to let go of any tension. Notice the breath as it moves through your body like a wave. This is your sukha, your ease. And just between these two, the steadiness and the ease, is your balance. The body held, the breath free, effort and ease in balance with one another. And maybe just take a moment to bring to mind a moment from your everyday life where you felt balanced. Not perfect, but just okay and steady. It might have been a moment just with a cup of tea somewhere, or walking outside, or just sitting still between tasks. Just a moment where things felt simple, where your body and mind felt in balance. And just notice how that felt. Maybe a mixture of just being present, feeling grounded, yet free to move, to breathe. Balance of Sthira and Sukha. So you lie here, if your mind wanders, just come back to the rhythm of your breath. A quiet wave of balance that's always there whenever you